Stop whatever you're doing. The biggest investment mistake you can make right now is looking anywhere but here. We're talking about Expo City Dubai, not just a development, but the future-proof legacy and sustainable economic pillar. This is the project His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum has declared the epicenter of Dubai's future. Welcome back. I am Nadia Mirdad, your trusted investment consultant and ambassador for everything Dubai. Today, we're unlocking this massive growth frontier, and I'm joined by one of the best sources for this information, Peter Kafie, Sales Director of Expo City Dubai. In this exclusive deep dive, Peter and I are going to show you exactly why the smart money is moving here right now and reveal the one strategic insight you need to secure your maximum return on investment. If you're an investor looking for that competitive edge, this is the episode that delivers it. Let's begin. I am sitting here with a friend and a professional colleague called Peter Kafie. He is not only the sales director of Expo City Dubai, and not only one of the most inspiring presenters of the region, but also one of the pivotal people that has helped shape and move forward the dream coming true. So,
wow,
welcome.
What an introduction.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can take credit for all of that, but thank you so much. A pleasure to be here. Good to see you again, Nadia.
It's good to always see you, and I've been saying nothing but the truth.
Oh, too kind, too kind. Well, it's a pleasure, always to speak about Expo City because it's a city that doesn't stop innovating, like you say,
Yes.
and it's growing at such an amazing rate. In fact, I just recently found out that we were voted #1 free zone and fastest growing free zone. So there's so many things that are happening on a monthly basis that are just super cool. So in this month alone, we had, in the history of the world, the largest gathering of mayors, city leaders, and governors that the world has ever seen all in one place at Expo City Dubai.
That was amazing. That was a headline for the world, actually.
Yes, that was super cool. And we had the Crown Prince there as well in attendance, and a lot of VIPs. And so it's super cool to be part of that city. I love it.
Definitely. It's such an honor to be able to have a master community like this welcome again and again the world. For those who don't know, Expo City is a transformative project. It started in 2020 and it hosted the best and most amazing show on the planet. And it hosted over 6 months more than 24 million people.
Correct.
Seamlessly and with absolutely no problem, either with parking or security or just having a great time.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was the most successful in terms of expos with the most amount of countries represented. I believe it was more than 192 countries that were represented.
It's incredible. And it was such a success. Specifically, it gave the world hope on so many levels, but also because we were living the COVID era. And during the COVID era, a lot of people around the world didn't feel that there was a hope for the future. But this show actually was thinking forward and beyond what we were, the moment that we were living historically. And I find that to be one of the themes that Expo City Dubai does really well, which is giving the world hope for innovation, for a positive future, and to do that hand in hand with sustainability. Now, Peter, you're the best at explaining this aspect of Expo City Dubai. If you can explain to a new viewer what the sustainability aspect is of Expo City.
Sure thing. Before we go into that, I just want to give the viewer a little bit of a taste of what it is all about. Here's something that not many people know about. Like with Expo 2020, right? There was a point in time in which the UAE was competing against some of the biggest countries in the world. You're talking about United States, you're talking about Russia, you're talking about Brazil, huge countries, right? With enormous GDP, enormous influence, right? And a team of Her Excellency, our CEO, who's also Reem Al Hashmi, and she is also the Minister for the State of International Cooperation. Her and a team of total of 7 people managed to win the Expo, the bid. And one of the most inspiring things that I've read from her book titled When the Ground Shifts is that there was a point in time that it was didn't seem likely because they were going against huge odds, right? And huge competition. But
I remember.
His Highness, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, which all of this is thanks to his vision and his leadership. It was very inspiring when he told her that not to worry, that even if UAE does not win it, he will still make it and people will come. Right, so that level of confidence, that level of vision, right, is just, I mean, one of the 1,000 amazing things that he has done, right? But it's just so inspiring to know that no matter what, you have someone who is just 100% believes in his country, in his city, in his emirate, right, and is full steam ahead. And something remarkable is, remember, this was during COVID times, which was one of the hardest times. And so he really was able to mobilize all the different departments that are comprised of Dubai in order to make it a success, right? RTA played a pivotal role, the telecommunications company played a pivotal role, security, you name it. Everyone came together and just made it a flawlessly combination. Abu Dhabi played a huge role as well. I mean, all the Emirates just really chipped in. And so it's a story of being united, right? And that's why the name United Arab Emirates just fits so beautifully. And this is just one of the many examples that the Emirati culture just shines at how when the odds are against them, they unite and there's nothing that they cannot overachieve.
I agree. And time again, now we have quite a couple of decades in which Dubai has gone through so many challenges and has brilliantly gone back on the saddle and has created something even bigger and better. And I feel that it is a dream come true to be able to be here, to be able to participate to this vision, and specifically with Expo City Dubai, transforming and evolving from the 2020 exhibition. Right now, we are looking at a city within a city, and the city within a city of Dubai. So it is just the best and the newest version of the Vision 2040.
Next year is going to be the most pivotal year of Expo City Dubai. Why? 2026 is when we have so many different families that are finally moving in, right? Because that's when the residents finally move in. For people that don't know, Expo City is making history as being the first city to have ever been built in terms of infrastructure, but without the residences. The residences are their last part. Investors love this, of course, because you see that the government has invested over 40 billion just in infrastructure, making it phenomenal. So what's 1 billion for a building, right? It gives you that level of security that everything's done and you don't have to wait for stuff once you move in. So next year, 2026, we have mangroves that finally moving. So I can't wait to move into the city, which is great. You have Al Waha 1, you have Sky Residences, you have all of Expo Valley, which for those who don't know, Expo Valley is comprised of Shamsa townhouses, Yasmina Duet villas, and those beautiful Maha mansions, right? So many over 2,000 families have already trusted Expo, and lots of those families are going to be moving in 2026. So right now, when you go, you have delicious restaurants. I mean, there's so many to discuss, really and that's without a single resident living in the whole city. So you can just imagine how many more restaurants, how much more retail, how many more events there's going to be happening in 2026 because the city just enters into hypergrowth. Right?
And just to speak about it, it is already full of people and events as it stands right now. Because just last year, if we think about it during Christmas, we were all walking around with the children and enjoying, the general vibe, which is so beautiful here in Dubai. And under the Al Wasl Dome, the biggest interactive dome in the world, right? We can say that. I come from Italy, and so they say that you can fit the Tower of Pisa inside the dome, apparently, except the Tower of Pisa is slanted, so I don't know how that would agree with the statement. But yeah, it was an interesting fact. But anyways, we were there, and there were so many residents flowing in through many different avenues, through coming with the cars, going around with the
all the visitors,
bicycles,
yeah.
all the visitors coming in with the metro, and the children playing, and the music, and just this festive
A
feeling.
gorgeous vibe, and not a single person lives in the
And
city.
not a single person was living there. So I can just imagine what will happen next year. I think that you have put your... May I say that?
Absolutely, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
You have put your money where your mouth is. And that is very important, because in this day and age, so many people speak about projects and they speak about how great they are. But in your case, not only you're one of the most important people that is helping Expo City become and evolve into one of the most magnificent projects in Dubai and in the world, but you're also you also invested as an investor in Expo City Dubai, and I find that to be quite exceptional.
Yeah, I'm very small compared to all the people who have done the visionary, all the leadership, the construction. All merit goes to them. But to speak about that, I've been doing real estate for 15 years, and I've sold billions already.
Yes.
And this is the first time in my career that I've ever bought something that I'm selling.
Yes.
Right. So, and the only reason why is because the city's just phenomenal.
Yes.
Right. I mean, for investors, you have 4 unique revenue streams that we're happy to discuss it. And then from another aspect of risk, I mean, you can't go wrong when you invest where the government is investing, right?
Yes.
So it's the least risky investment you can do in terms of real estate, because all the infrastructure is already there. It's government backed,
Zero risk.
right? It's a free zone as well. You have His Highness is moving to entire industries, which is the largest exhibition industry, the largest exhibition center in the whole region. You have the world's largest airport being built right next door, right? And both of them are not going to have competition because everything's just being shifted to the side. So like you said at the beginning of the podcast, is this will be the new center of Dubai's future.
Yeah.
In terms of connectivity, I think Expo City is number one, right? Why? Because you have the metro that connects all of Sheikh Zayed Road, all the way to Dubai International Airport. And guess what's happening just next year, right? Etihad Rail.
Yes.
The passenger section
That
gets
is so
activated.
exciting.
So already the cargo is already working. Phase 1 is over 900 kilometers, which is beautiful.
Okay.
And the passenger part starts in 2026. And so that's going to, and the full plan of Etihad Rail is that it's going to be also connecting not just all the Emirates in UAE, which it will already do that in 2026 next year. We're just a few months away. But then there's further plans for it to connect all the other countries in the GCC, which is just...
And that is the greater project. And I feel that the entire region is connecting, and it's connecting through transportation, it's connecting through a vision, a collective vision towards what the future should be. And I think it's anchored in Expo City in a beautiful word, which is called people-centric. Yes. And I really want to stress this factor, because not only most of the city is a pedestrian-only city, but it's also energetically sustainable, and at the same time, it has anchored in so many Fortune 500 companies that are making it its home, and it also is going to be, to name a few, we would say Nestle, Bank for the more digital nomads. We
global
have
headquarters of DP World.
Of DP World,
and
which is absolutely huge. In fact, the location of Expo City has been, it's not a coincidence that it is where it is, because the vision has a plan, and the plan is thought through down to the trees that are planted in Expo. The trees in Expo City, I read an article that was saying that a large part of the trees are already a legacy from 2020 that have been grown in the nursery throughout this time in order for it to make the forest more verdant. Yes. So the Expo Forest, which will have 1,200 trees, one of the biggest forests of Dubai. And you see, it's been planned since day one. Since
I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that, because Expo 4 is going to be over 2.5 million square feet of nature reserve. And that is something that in Dubai, it's just going to look gorgeous. In fact, yes. I try to explain it for those of you who have been to or know of Central Park in New York, yes. right? Central Park in New York is just phenomenal, right? Because it's your little oasis in that huge concrete jungle that is New York.
Yes.
And Nadia, where's all the most valuable real estate, the most desirable real estate in New York?
Yeah.
Is everything surrounding Central Park, where you have
course.
that. Imagine, and we wouldn't have been able to do this because the opportunity cost to dedicate so much land where you do not build, the opportunity cost is billions upon billions.
Yes.
Again, it's thanks to His Highness's phenomenal vision and leadership that we're able to do all of this.
Yes, and also because I think that this city hasn't been built thinking only about profit. Even though all my investors are enjoying a lot of capital appreciation with their investments, and the future ROI is going to be exceptional. It's a no-brainer, and we'll delve into that later. But it's very important to understand that Expo City Dubai is not, its main aim is not making money. It is creating an exceptional city for the future and to showcase it to the world.
Absolutely, because you know His Highness, how he thinks. He thinks on such a global scale that he wants to be number one of the entire world. So he wants Expo City not just to be a role model to other developers in UAE, he wants it to be a role model for developers worldwide of what a master community should look, feel, and be like, right? There should be value-centric, people-centric, sustainability be at its core. I mean, we're super proud to say that 100% of all the energy that we utilize only comes from renewable sources, right?
Yes.
We have a direct link to His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum Solar Park, which is phenomenal. We have a ton of solar energy on the rooftops. We have some of the most sustainable buildings ever created, like Terra, the sustainability pavilion that has over 4,000 solar panels with solar trees like sunflowers that follow the sun for maximum energy efficiency, right? Gathers its own water as well and recycles it and purifies it. I mean, it's phenomenal. That's why you see it also on the currency of the 500 dirham new bills of the UAE, because it's just a phenomenal building. And it's just a testament to the level of architecture and ingenuity with everything that the development team in Expo City is building, right?
Yes, I mean, you have more than 120 buildings that are LEED Gold or LEED Platinum, which is an exceptional ordeal in itself, because they are an independent, it's an independent certificate worldwide, and it's quite stringent to be, the rules are quite stringent in order to be able to have this certificate. And I've seen that ever since Expo City Dubai has started creating this momentum within the sustainability world, within the real estate world. I have seen other developers also here in Dubai start applying for these certificates and starting to think differently and wanting to create a more sustainable environment for their clients, for their investors, for their residents. And I think that this Expo City Dubai has been the pioneer in this, and going in line together with the Vision 2040 of His Highness, because in Vision 2040, sustainability is a very important aspect. The circular economy is a very important aspect. And more than 60% of the land of the UAE will be dedicated to nature. So, a lot of people back home in Europe and in other places, all around the world, really, we connect with people from all around the world. And they are always associating Dubai with skyscrapers and with, living on top of very tall buildings and having a high density lifestyle, having very little space in the apartments. But in Expo City Dubai, it is the opposite, because low rises are the new luxury, and space and greenery is very good also for mental health, not only for feeling comfortable, but feeling comfortable both physically and mentally.
Absolutely.
And the other day, I was having a meeting at the commercial center in Expo City Dubai. It was a beautiful building.
Don't you love that they're just G+2s?
I adore it. And the views are so good because you look out and you're not obstructed by buildings. In fact, from up on the first floor, I was seeing everything. I was seeing the Terra, sustainability, beautiful round solar panels. I was seeing the dome, which at night is just awe-inspiring and, gives all of us goosebumps every single time. And it's true, you have to try it to see, to verify, but it is true. It really does have an impact on people. But what I meant to say is, as I was going in, I opened the door and I see that there's a sign for the wellness.
Yes.
That it's a building that takes care of also physical and mental wellness. So I think that this is also a very important aspect of the people-centric statement of the city.
Absolutely. I believe we're the first master community in the whole region to be pre-certified for WELL, which is the top of the line in terms of master community that comes in for mental health, social well-being, sustainability, which is at the forefront on top of LEED Gold and LEED Platinum certification that we have on so many of our buildings. And recently we just had a huge UAE announcement on a federal level that they just also designated Expo City Dubai for the first Green Innovation District.
Oh, on top of that, I mean, how do you get all the information in a nutshell for this project? Because the good news keeps on coming every single day. So one day I'm reading about all the mayors coming to to Expo City. The next day I'm hearing about the big art light exhibition. Recently there was Untold, and now we're hearing about this new aspect.
We're absolutely blessed. We're absolutely blessed that we have the royal family and the government that are that give so much love and attention to Expo City Dubai, and it means so much to them. And obviously, it's all thanks to them. So we're so blessed that they are constantly blessing us with so many surprises and announcements, which is phenomenal. And there's still so many more to come.
Yes,
right, which has me extremely excited. 2026, Nadia, is going to be a game changer.
It's our year.
Yes.
2026 is our year for people who enjoy this community.
There's going to be some big surprises that are going to be happening. And I'm sure that it's going to cause a huge excitement. Every single time that His Highness announces something huge, we just see all the crowds come and everybody gets, our broker following, our partners has grown exponentially.
Yes.
Our projects are selling out, as you can see, faster and faster every single time. So
there's a queue.
It's been great.
There is a queue.
It's been great.
Basically, now you can't just invest in Expo City. Normally, you have to get in a queue. And it's so hard to explain because it's not like that in many other parts of the world. So here you are literally competing with the world to be able to actually book a unit of your liking that is not even ready now, but will be ready, usually it's about a 4-year span. Not always in Expo City though, because with Al-Waha, you actually have done the usual Benjamin Button mentality, the Benjamin Button city. And so the buildings are already ready. You're just applying
them,
reduce, reuse, recycle. So you are reusing already the
existing
buildings,
infrastructure, but with improvements. Obviously, a lot more we've adding more glass in order to make it more residential as well, improving all the interior design, adding smart gates for more privacy and exclusivity. Al-Waha has been such a success story because it just defies your traditional developer strategy. What is the traditional developer strategy? Build a high-rise where you can get as much margin as possible, right? And build as many apartments, and that way you can maximize profits.
Yes.
What Expo City Dubai has done with Al-Waha is they went the complete opposite. Instead of doing a high-rise, they did ground plus 2. That's it. Absolutely. And we couldn't be more pleased with that. In fact, speaking of success story, we sold out Mangrove Residences. We sold out Sky Residences. We sold out Al-Waha 1. We sold out Al-Waha 2. In fact, I think you were the last person to sell Al-Waha 2.
Yes.
You had the very last unit.
I'm sorry.
A beautiful, stunning 2,400 square foot
the
duplex,
biggest,
5 meter high ceilings.
It's
Congratulations
amazing.
on that one.
Thank you so much.
Sitter Residences, 100% sold out. Obviously, all of Expo Valley is sold out. But this week was a big week.
Oh, this week was an amazing week for Expo Valley. Now, for those who don't know what Expo Valley is, it's like living in a nature reserve. Did I put that right?
Yes.
Yes. with a beautiful man-made lake with natural water and fish flowing through it. And you're going to have a horseback riding trail.
Over 4 kilometers long that encompasses the whole area. What I love the most about Expo Valley, I mean, several things. One is it's the community that we designed with the most amount of trees.
Yes.
Right? I mean, so that makes it just by far beautiful. Yes. There's custom elevation for all the villas and townhouses, so you're always at least 4 meters elevated, so everyone has beautiful views. And the whole valley, which is the name of the whole district, in the center, you have just so many different activities for kids, parks, gardens, playgrounds, sports courts, activities for the whole family, right? And this, because of this, it has been one of the fastest appreciating districts in all of Expo City, right? So it's a fan favorite. And this was a huge determining factor as to why we decided that our next launch should be none other than in Expo Valley, towards at the very end, so you can have beautiful views of the whole Expo Valley, right? Plus Expo City.
Yes.
And what better name than Expo Valley Views?
Yes. And you coined the name, the Lightsville Wassel Dome. And at the same time, in the morning, if you're commuting even to work by foot, by bicycle, by electric scooter, or by car, you are going to be passing through a beautiful verdant valley. You're going to be passing through the forest all the way to your offices. And it is a realistic view because Expo City Dubai is made for, it can host up to 36,000 residents.
Correct.
Right? But the amount of employees that are going to be in Expo City are 40,000.
Correct. The amount of professionals like myself and others from these huge companies is going to be 40,000. So just with the number of professionals, because of the free zone, it's going to just completely cover any demand that you have on the residential. And that's not even to count the over 4 million people that are going to be coming because of the region's largest exhibition center. Plus, Dubai is already the capital of tourism. So imagine being connected by metro to the world's largest airport. So in terms of demand for the residential, we have that covered several times over.
Yes, I mean, just in, we haven't even completed 2025. We've had 92.3 million people come this year to Dubai. Just between last year and this year, it's been already a 6% increase. And the trend is going year on year, always upwards. So the demand for Dubai in every way, as a tourist, as a businessman, as a resident, as a future resident, is increasing exponentially. And we're so lucky and blessed to be able to have the RTA, the Road and Transport Authority in Dubai, that is able, exceptional, to create infrastructure to accommodate all of these people. But with Expo City, as usual, like the Benjamin Button that we have mentioned, a formula, they had already created this infrastructure from inception.
Yes, this is one of my favorite things about this master community. And people, once you live in Dubai, you really start to appreciate it. Because as you said, Dubai, thanks to its huge popularity, has had such an influx of people moving into the city, and rightfully so, right? That it has put a strain on the road network, right? For lots of the master communities, except Expo City Dubai. Why? Because from the very beginning, it was always thought out to future-proof against traffic. And they did it through 3 ways that they future-proofed it. Number one is phenomenal infrastructure around, which is, there's 3 main roads. You have Expo Road, which runs parallel to Expo City, and that hits all the way to Sheikh Zayed Road, which is the main road of all of UAE, right? And that's 14 lanes. You have the E311, which is also known as Al Hail Road. That's another 14 lanes. And then you have Sheikh Al Nayan Road. That's another 14 lanes. 14 times 3? 42 lanes in total. So phenomenal infrastructure. Plus, not only around, but underneath. Why? Because like you mentioned at the beginning, you also have a huge underground parking with road network underneath the city, which is our secret to how we keep the top part car free for a big portion of the city, right? Which helps with families and kids to improve their security. No noise pollution, no actual pollution with smog because all the cars are on the ground, not on top. So that's beautiful. And if those 2 are not enough, we also have the metro that comes directly at our doorstep.
And it's not just any metro. It looks like an airport. I mean, it's so clean. It's so beautiful, so new, so innovative that it's a pleasure to take such a metro. And I'm not saying that taking metros in other cosmopolitan cities of the world is not a pleasure, but
Dubai takes it to another level.
It takes it on a completely other level. It's a 5-star metro. It's a 5-star metro, but not a 5-star price. So we're residents of Dubai can afford to travel without paying a large amount for it, but they get exceptional service. And I find that is what Dubai excels at. And Dubai is tax-free.
Correct.
You have no personal income tax, which is really important. I know it is a knowledgeable fact all around the world, but it is a game changer for a lot of families, because they get to be able to utilize those funds and compound them in other investments in Dubai. And
especially real estate.
Yes, especially real estate. Real estate in Dubai is something else. It's looking at it from an investment point of view. It's not just for personal use.
I love people are mind blown when we tell them that there is zero tax on capital appreciation. They're like, wait, Peter, if I make $1 million profit,
yes,
I pay zero on that 1 million? I'm like, yes.
Yes.
This is why it's I think it's the fastest growing industry and the most popular industry to invest, the real estate industry.
Definitely.
I mean, if you go outside on Sheikh Road, 9 out of 10 billboards are about real estate, right? And rightfully so.
Yes, and not only is real estate very interesting here to make money, but it also offers the residents an amazing lifestyle. Because with your apartment and with your house, with your villa, you are getting a lot more than just cement and parking lots. You're getting a concierge at the entrance of the building. You're getting security. You're getting a swimming pool, usually, and a beautiful one that is completely clean. Lifeguards. You're getting in Expo City Dubai, for instance. You're getting a forest. You're getting an entire service at your doorstep. F&Bs.
And did you see the new benefits that the government recently announced for golden visa holders?
Yes, absolutely.
The government does not stop.
It doesn't stop because it enables people to be able to actually achieve their dreams. Because they whenever they see an issue, the beauty of this place is that the leadership is able to foresee it, to understand where there's an issue, and to be able to change it positively in order to help resolve it. So they are a problem-solving mentality, and that transpires into all of our lives, because we tend to also increase our problem-solving positive attitude in our lifestyles in Dubai.
And for those viewers that don't know what we're talking about in terms of the golden visa,
yes,
just to a little bit of a recap, that when you invest over 2 million dirhams in the off plan in real estate, right, you get what's called the golden visa, which is for 10 years, which is phenomenal. That way you don't have to go constantly to get your medical. You don't have to have your visa under your employer. You have more of that independence. And then recently, and you're allowed to live here just based on that investment, which is great. But recently the government has improved the number of benefits as well.
Yes.
And there's a long list, but some of the highlights from it is like, if you're ever in a crisis situation overseas, they organize the logistics of everything.
Yes.
You still have to bear the cost, but the cost is nothing in comparison to, you wouldn't be able to organize those logistics. That's only able on a government influential level, right?
Yes.
If you ever lose your passport, they're able to assist. And this is a government that is doing it for people that are not its citizens. You know what I mean?
It's for residents, and they're extending their wing of security, of making you feel that you're safe and looked after, even when you're abroad.
When you're abroad, which is mind-blowing.
Yes. So you're not just getting, there are many ways to get a golden visa, but one of them, a very popular one, is investing in real estate. But as you can see, you're not just getting a house. You're getting so much more. You're getting a lot of value. You're getting a lifestyle. You're getting to feel like you are protected abroad. So I just feel that it's a win-win.
Yes.
On too many levels. There are not only obviously the pocket, which is tax-free.
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
yes. And
and speaking of investments, right? This week has been a huge week because anyone who's looking to get a golden visa, I think one of the easiest ways that people can do that is through the new launch. You were just at our most recent launch. What do you think of it?
I absolutely adored it. I mean, being able to enter through this carbon fiber gate in itself is an art piece. It looks like, an arch, an Arc de Triomphe, but Dubai style. So it's full carbon fiber, and I heard that, fun fact, they say that it can be lifted by just a few human beings.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane.
It's
and the value
incredible.
of that masterpiece is a huge number also.
Yes.
And it just goes to show that everything that is done there just gets taken to a whole nother level.
Yes.
It's so iconic. I mean, I was very impressed by how beautiful that whole event, and the venue was just iconic.
And the weather now is so beautiful. Just having an outdoor event just feels that you're lulled with the sweet air around you. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's just perfect. And obviously, what the content of the event was very interesting, is very interesting.
Excellent.
And I feel that viewers will definitely benefit from understanding what Expo Views is all about.
Let's see if we can summarize it real quick. Let me give you an executive summary. Imagine living in a community that's all about mental health, well-being, being in touch with nature, a community that not only where you live, but where you belong. What do I mean by this? We have one of my favorite things about Expo Valley Views is the sheer amount of amenities, right? We have over 25 different amenities. In fact, it's the project with the most amount of amenities in the history of Expo City Dubai, the most amount of pools that we have ever done at 5 unique pools, right? Especially per capita. And there are 8 low-rise buildings, starting from only 5 floors all the way to 14 floors. And all of these buildings are built 6.5 meters elevated. So you have unobstructed panoramic views on top of all of Expo Valley. So you can see the beautiful greenery, the forest, the lake that you were mentioning, Al Wasl Dome at night. Anywhere you look at, just gorgeous unobstructed views. And if you're looking towards the courtyards are magnificent because they're gardens, they're curated gardens with world-class facilities and amenities, right? It's like living in a resort with all the amenities that you have.
And I think the landscaping company is actually quite a famous one.
Correct. And a very interesting touch that Expo decided to do with this is the inclusion of animals into the whole community.
Oh yes! Oh, this was brilliant. This was brilliant. Especially, it's great for everyone, but specifically, it's great for children because it's one of those aspects that is definitely going to be.
Here's something that I haven't told anyone.
Yes.
So, 24 hours before I get on stage and present this to the world, I get news. Peter, you haven't, in your presentation, you don't have this, and this mentioned. I'm like, wait, we have what? And so they start briefing me on, Peter, we're doing a peacock aviary. I'm like, no, we're not. What? Why peacocks? Peacocks are such an important part of the Emirati culture. Yes. Why? You see them in Emirates Palace, which is where His Highness's office is, and his residence is also, his palace is very nearby. And so sometimes when you're driving through the IFC, you'll see a peacock and all the cars just stop, right? Or in Nahil, near the Palm, you'll also see lots of peacocks there. They're just beautiful creatures that just interact with the whole environment. So
they're majestic.
So they're going to be there in the community. So that peacock aviary is super cool. Then there's the duck ponds, which are live ecosystems that you're seeing that is both relaxing and therapeutic.
Yes,
right?
I can just imagine all the children trying to give them a little bit of bread and seeing them eat. And it's just those little aspects of daily life that we all love.
Absolutely.
That we all cherish. They're the gems of our day.
And the butterfly garden, which imagine all different types of flowers and plants.
That's my favorite.
Different aromas and fragrances. And the butterfly garden is like nature's finest and most delicate touch that it has, right? Because imagine all these beautiful, delicate butterflies of all different colors, all in one area that you can just go and appreciate. So this is the level of detail that Expo City is doing in its newest launch, Expo Valley Views. And we're not done. We have also an over 4-kilometer horseback riding trail around the whole community to have memorable experiences with the whole entire family, which is great. And this is on top of all of the animals that are already going to be at the Expo Forest, such as mahas, which for those of you that don't know what a maha is, it's like a baby gazelle, all right, that doesn't grow much, and they're a native species to the area, and they're stunning.
They're stunning and they're graceful. They're a symbol of the fauna of the desert.
Yes,
why not cherish as well the desert in itself? Because the desert is also a beautiful ecosystem.
Absolutely.
And it's good to combine, forests with actually the trees in the forest that you are planting. Most of them are a large part are native, and the other one are adaptive to this subtropical region. So it is very interesting to see how we have fusion of plants and faunas that can coexist here. And they're doing a similar project, but on a massive scale also in the sea with the Dubai Reef project, one of the biggest artificial reefs, the biggest artificial reef in the world. And they had to, with the marine biologist, try and they're trying to plant corals are able to live
grow that
in this type of sea with the changes of temperatures and everything, which is quite a big ordeal.
There's a big jump in temperature, right? When you go to the beach in summer versus let's say February.
Yes.
There's a.
But here we're drawing back to that problem-solving mentality. So
which
if
is
they
amazing,
see, it's inspiring. It gives you hope because they see a problem, or not a problem, but something that they'd like to optimize, and then they just get the best talent. They get it done with the best talent of the world because they welcome everybody here. Because Dubai, Expo City Dubai, as well on a smaller scale, but welcomes the world to be able to give its best of humanity. In all of the talents. All the talents are accepted. In fact, speaking again of the golden visa, if you are an exceptionally talented person that can contribute to society, you don't need to invest necessarily in real estate, even though it would be beneficial for your investment portfolio, but you're able to have a golden visa just on the basis of your talent. So
yes.
it is a very welcoming environment. And if we think about Expo City Dubai in specifics, it is 100% freehold for anybody that wants to invest from any place in the world, but it's also the fastest growing free zone in Dubai. Now, what is a free zone?
So a free zone is an area that helps to attract international companies, right?
Yes.
It's much easier to start your own business in a free zone. Visa costs are much less. In fact, of all the free zones, we have the lowest cost. And in terms of infrastructure, we have the best infrastructure in mobility solutions, 5G internet. The list goes on and on and on. And the commercial team are doing a phenomenal job there. And this is why we have such big companies that are moving here every single month, which is
yes.
Great.
The list is very long, and it's not just one strata of the economy. For instance, in the DIFC, which is another free zone, they are focusing on a specific industry. Whereas in Expo, they have a variety.
1,000 licenses.
A variety. It's for everybody. It's for artists all the way down to the tycoons. It's for everybody, and that is the inclusiveness. Yes, I feel.
Well said.
Yes, that Expo City Dubai is gifting. Is gifting to its residents, it's gifting to the world. And so it's welcoming the world all the time. And especially, it's very exciting to think that soon the exhibition center's expansion is going to happen.
January is coming around the corner. 140,000 square meters, phase one. It's going from
amazing.
46,000, a little bit more than 46,000 currently, to 140,000 square meters. Now that's phase one. By phase 3, it's going to be the full 180,000 square meters, which will make it 50% bigger than the current one, which is the World Trade Center.
Yes, that's 1.2 kilometers. Have you ever walked that? It takes some time just to go from one place to the other. And in the exhibition center, it's not only going to be the only one of Dubai, but the biggest one in the MENA region.
Correct.
It is going to be, it has hosted already COP28 from the United Nations.
Correct. The biggest event will be that His Highness announces moving to Expo City Dubai is GITEX.
Wow, that is such an exciting one, because the way Dubai is evolving, it's becoming a pioneer in innovation. It's becoming a pioneer in AI. It's becoming a pioneer in robotics. It's becoming a pioneer in everything that has to do with the new era of the world. And GITEX is at the heart of it, because in GITEX, usually they're exhibiting some of the most incredible innovation.
Just this year, we've seen the flying taxis, which we're going to be
exciting. Looking forward to that one.
Physically using in 2026, which is quite exciting. At least I don't know about you, but I've never been in a flying taxi before.
The closest thing is a helicopter.
Yes. And the helicopter is, has a certain type of price tag on it. But the taxis, again, are going to be quite affordable for the type of transportation that they're going to be giving. So again, it's inclusive, and it's not only for the luxury and not only for the ultra HNIs of this world, which are flocking to Dubai because it's such a secure place and such a safe place and a beautiful lifestyle at the same time. But it's also going to give the chance to everyone else to be able to experience traveling by air on a daily basis. So I think that there are exciting times ahead.
Absolutely. Yeah. Again, I think we're blessed to be living in such a city that's growing at an enormous pace. I think from 2022, the growth of population was 2%, then 4% in 2023, then in 2024, 6%. So not only is it growing, it's accelerating in that growth as well.
Yes. I mean,
it's just well run.
Just last year, we've had 300,000 more residents. And that's not counting all the other people that are not yet registered with their visas. So that might be in process. They might be relocating next year. But I mean, that is a large amount of people that are coming to live here, because every single person that comes here then will need restaurants, will need hospitals, will need, well, hopefully not, but it is a fact of life. We'll need schools for their children. We'll need infrastructure with the roads. And all of this is being taken care of seamlessly, as though it's a walk in the park, and it's not. Because actually, to be able to create such a magnitude of infrastructure so fast and unprecedented in the world is quite a big ordeal. Yes. And so I'm really looking forward to the future and looking forward to the future in Expo City Dubai. I'm looking forward to being your neighbor.
Looking forward to that. And speaking of hospitals and schools,
yes,
I can't wait for when we announce who the top tier school service provider is and the state-of-the-art hospital service provider will be.
Yes.
And that should be coming up soon. And that's only going to help with capital appreciation as well. Because the beauty of Expo City is that you are a city within a city. So you never have to leave to get absolutely everything that you want.
Yes. And the thing is that I think the selection process for Expo City Dubai is a little harder, because I think every top tier school will want to be there.
Absolutely.
Every top tier hospital will want to be there too, will want to have their presence there. So I think you have the luxury of having to be able to choose amongst the best. So I've had a lot of investors ask me which schools and which hospitals are going to be there, and I'm very happy to say that you will have the best of the best, but to make the investment beforehand, if possible, because once these announcements are going to come and be official, we're going to see a surge in the prices and the capital appreciation of the properties. So
100%. And I think the way that the leadership team of Expo City at a high level is doing it, because let me remind you who the leadership team is, because I call them the Avengers of real estate. I mean, these are the top of the top.
I love that.
The best of the best, you know what I mean? You have the Director General of the Ruler's Court.
Yes.
You have the Director General of the Department of Economy and Tourism, right? You have the Director General of Finance,
Yes.
right? You have our CEO,
who
Yes.
is a Harvard graduate, PhD in China, fluent in Mandarin.
Really? I didn't know
Youngest minister ever to be appointed way back when she was appointed. Pure genius. Her Excellency Rima Hashmi, Minister for the State of International Cooperation.
Wow.
And she reports to our chairman is His Highness Sheikh Ahmed bin Saeed Al Maktoum.
Yes.
For those of you who don't know, he's the chairman of all Dubai airports, the chairman of Dubai Aviation Authority,
Yes.
the chairman of the most successful airline in the world, Emirates Airline. So you can already see the synergy that we have right next door with the largest airport, right? And obviously they all report to the whole vision and leadership comes from His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al
Yes.
Maktoum. And
A genius.
everything is thanks to him.
Definitely, and we're very grateful, actually. We're very grateful. And speaking about aviation and the largest airport in the world that is going to be just one metro stop away from Expo,
Yes.
is just making Expo City a place where everyone can thrive. Even investors, residents. Imagine you have a business meeting in Tokyo, and you just go out of your home, you walk to the metro, you take the metro one step away, no issues with traffic, no issues with parking. You go and you have your trip, you come back, and you're back home. Hopefully for dinner in this case, seamlessly, And if you don't want to walk on that day, maybe it's a day that you're feeling tired, Expo City Dubai is providing you electric buggies that will bring you from A to B, wherever you want to be in Expo City.
Like that.
Like that. And it's all also clean energy. So it's just a pleasurable experience on all levels.
They've really thought about all the different angles. So it's just it's mesmerizing, the level of detail.
Yes, absolutely. And not only for human beings, but also for animals.
Guys, the level of detail that they go at Expo City. Do you know that the water temperature from the tap is regulated? So if you want to give cats or dogs water on the street, they regulate the temperature. So let's say in the summer it's not hot and they don't get burned.
Really?
This is the level of detail that they go to.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yes, it's
that is so sweet.
And you'll see lots of like doggy and cat houses, beautifully done and with treats and food and water for pets. So it's a very pet friendly area.
Yes, and this is again inclusive. It's inclusive of plants. It's inclusive of all species, all species. But that is the reality of planet Earth, right? We're all living here, and we have to find a way to coexist positively.
Exactly.
And helping each other out, even in these small acts of kindness, is what makes the world a better place. And that is why ultimately I am, and everybody knows, a very big fan of the project, of the master community, of the city within the city, because I'm a mother myself. And before becoming a mother, I thought quite deeply about it. About, am I doing the right thing in bringing a life into...
The responsibility of it.
The responsibility. Where is humanity heading? What is the future of the planet? Is it sustainable enough for it to sustain life for my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren, which hopefully, God willing, might be able to see life on Earth. And so I chose life. I'm one of those people that believes and hopes that the future of humanity is going forward in a positive way. So as a mother, I also am looking at this project as a flagship for the way cities should move toward, the way cities should be. So a city that thinks about little acts of kindness, even like the temperature of water for an animal. It seems like a negligible aspect when you're thinking about investments and capital appreciation and all of these things. But if you're looking at it as a human being, so a people-centric perspective, and as a parent, this is what I want to show my children is the way forward, a way that respects everyone, all the cultures, all their beliefs, all the animals, all the plants. And that's why I think that it is going to be the epicenter of the future of Dubai.
Right. And I think no one said it best than His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum.
Absolutely.
When he said that in the race for excellence, there is no finish line.
Yes.
Right? And you can just see that by how Dubai and the UAE are constantly innovating and improving and giving back to their home, to the community and the country,
Yes.
just getting better and better and better, and not taking their foot off the pedal.
Not at all. And they really do care about the well-being and the happiness of people. So we even have a ministry of happiness.
Yeah.
We have investors from all over the world coming to us all the time, right, Peter? And every time we mention this, they are surprised because it is an out of the ordinary ministry to have. But it's true, we do have it.
I love the happiness survey. After every time you
Yes.
have an interaction with a government authority, right? You have the survey, which is just, it's 5 smiley faces.
Yes.
From and it's getting happier and happier, and you just pick which one. And
Yes, it's a winner also with the kids. You bring them up, they put happy face, and everybody's contributing. But I find that contributing your feedback is again a very important aspect of living here, because like you said, the finish line is infinite, because we can always be a better version of ourselves. We can always create better and better lifestyles to live in. And moving forward, what are we looking at in Expo City? Do you have any gems that you'd like to sprinkle?
Well, right now, 100% of our focus is in Expo Valley Views, because this is just a
Yes.
phenomenal, and we just launched. In fact,
Amazing.
allocations don't start. We're only in the expression of interest phase. So right now for your viewers is the perfect time and place, because we just announced this, and we will be starting allocations very soon. So at the right time, at the right place, to get the
Yes.
exact unit that they want, with the views that they want, layouts, all of that, which is great.
At a phenomenal price.
Phenomenal prices.
has to be
It
said.
has to be the lowest price per square foot that we've done in a while,
Yes.
right?
And for what you're doing.
And the most amount in terms of value, in terms of amenities, quality, 3.2 meter high ceiling heights, where your typical average ceiling height is only 2.8. Just beautiful finishes all around.
I could get used to this. I feel spoiled. You know, in Expo City, I feel spoiled because you have, having these large windows, floor to ceiling, is not only exceptional when you have beautiful views like an Expo Views, but it's also an aspect of the well-being, because more light means you have a more positive psychological feel. So you're entering a house, it's great on all levels. It's great for design, it's great for investment, but it's also great for the mind. And I think that this is why you're creating such a project that doesn't only think about how much is it going to cost, because actually it's a very expensive part for a developer to invest in such windows.
Absolutely,
you know?
absolutely.
Like in Maha, for example, if you look at the mansions that you have already sold out, I think -1 or no, just the plot is available, just a plot. But in the Maha mansions, you have these massive sliding doors that are made out of glass from, I think, a German company, one of the best in the world.
It has that Sheikh system, which is phenomenal.
Yes, and those don't come cheap at all. Yet the Mahas were sold at a very good price. You know, the entry ticket for such a product was almost a gift.
And they've appreciated in value
They've
so
appreciated
much.
so much.
I mean, the last ones that we sold, the last 3 or 4, were over 25 million.
Yes.
And then they're going even higher now.
So, I mean, it's just been a win-win for the investors. But from the developer's point of view, you're not only looking at profits, and that's very important for an investor, because they know you're not going to cut corners on the quality. In fact, even for Expo Views, I'm sure you have one of the top construction companies working on it.
Yes, we're going to be announcing the contractor a little bit later on. And all the contractors that Expo City Dubai has done, they're just great. I mean, remember, we pulled off Expo 2020, and so we gave different contractors phenomenal pavilions that cost hundreds of millions, and so they're works of art. So we have an amazing working relationship. We know the top quality contractors and the delivery times, so a tremendous experience with that.
Yes, and absolutely. So but this gives confidence. It's very important, and the track record has been so good so far. And show homes, show apartments, people can actually come in and see the quality of what you're going to be delivering.
Yes.
And
a show community that nobody else has.
A show community, you're right.
We'll take
That
you on a
is
golf
just
cart, and so you can see the look, the feel, the vibe of a whole city.
Yes, absolutely. And with the surreal fountains as well, utilizing recycled water again, which ties in with sustainability. I think it's definitely a project that, as an investor, you don't want to miss.
Excellent.
Definitely.
Excellent. Looking forward to working more together this year.
I look forward to it
Next
so
year,
much.
yeah.
And for me, it's just a pleasure because all my investors and your investors so far, including yourself, you are enjoying, you're enjoying the capital appreciation. But all of this will just go into hyperbolic.
Hypergrowth next year.
Hypergrowth very soon because the airport is taking shape. It's actually happening right now as well. And, for those who are doubtful, I literally did go and pick up my mother-in-law at this airport. So she's a human being that came straight from Germany, direct flight, straight at the airport. And it is a functioning airport. And it's only going to get bigger and bigger. And
128 billion dirham expansion, over 35 billion US dollars.
Yes.
Right, just for the expansion of that airport.
And it's
Next
not going to
level.
be any old airport. It's
level.
going to be full of nature. I don't know if you've ever been to Singapore.
Yeah,
You
Changi
flew in.
Airport, beautiful.
It's amazing. So
A waterfall.
Exactly. And so it's going to have that kind of naturey feel to it. And at the same time, it's going to be extremely it's going to have seamless immigration. So it's going to be AI regulated, and you're going to, as a passenger, you can check in, of course, before and everything done before.
Your bags, it will be checked in even before you get to the airport.
Yes.
So you can just walk
Yes.
in, and that'd be great. I mean, they're constantly improving, which is phenomenal.
Yes, and that's why we have the Ministry of AI also, which is another major ministry that is taking care of all the AI. And speaking about AI, I think in Expo City Dubai, we have also some very important innovators and important companies from China as well that are...
Terminus is very famous
Terminus.
for robotics and AI. I love what they're doing in terms of robot solutions in Expo City. So Expo City has like robotic food delivery that you see them like all three in a row, just autonomous completely, not someone controlling it from behind anywhere. So that's super cool to see, and so many of these different examples that is just phenomenal. I invite everyone to come check it out.
Well, it's we're looking forward to welcoming everybody in Expo City Dubai. It's going to be a pleasure to host you, a pleasure to have you, all of you there, to see it, to feel it, to experience it firsthand in person. Or through a Zoom calls. We are modern enough. We can bring you around the buggy also with a Zoom call if you wish, or if you can't travel. But we are looking forward to have you here. It's been such an honor and a pleasure to have you, our very own ambassador of Expo City Dubai, here in the flesh. Wow. That was a serious deep dive into Expo City Dubai with Peter Kafie. And you've just received insider access to Dubai's next major growth story. Listen, if you're truly serious about securing a personalized investment strategy before the market solidifies, or if you wish to be among the absolute first to explore the anticipated launch of Expo Valley Views, please don't delay. The link is active. I've placed the direct WhatsApp link immediately below. This is your priority access portal. Click it now and share with me your primary investment goal for Dubai real estate. If the insights from this episode have reshaped your investment outlook, please share this video with someone who will benefit from these details. Ensure they have this information before these opportunities are fully subscribed. And to guarantee you're always first to receive our next major launch announcements and exclusive market analysis, please subscribe to the channel and activate your notifications. This is how you secure your competitive edge. I am Nadia Mirdad, your trusted investment consultant, Expo City specialist, and ambassador for everything Dubai. Thank you for tuning in, and wherever you are in the world, stay grounded, stay safe, stay inspired, and I look forward to seeing you in our next deep dive. Peace to you.